What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis, including money, investing, the stock market, the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, daily news, everything going on here in our country. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It's completely free to do so. And click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live here with new videos. I will keep you up to date here. Also, if you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. In this video, we're going to go over multiple different states sending out stimulus checks, inflation relief checks, tax rebate checks, and the different ideologies that different states have with using their stimulus money that they got from the last stimulus package. Remember, the $350 billion went out to all the states. Some states are sending it out more liberally, for lack of a liberal versus Democrats versus Republicans here, and we're seeing a little bit of a clash here. We'll get to that here in a moment here, and then we're also seeing gas prices come down here pretty dramatically, pretty quickly, almost as fast as they went up. They're coming down, which is a good thing, right? The national average U.S. gas prices here have plunged 32 cents just in the last 2 weeks, down to $4.32 a gallon. So dropping pretty quickly, almost as quickly as it went up. Now it's going down, which is a good thing. So you can see here, national average gas prices down to $4.32 a gallon for regular. So, of course, this is the average. Some states actually, particularly in the South, a lot of states are below $4 a gallon. Let me know if you, in the comment section, have gas at $3.99 a gallon or less. If you're in California, my condolences, because you do not. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But you can see here, diesel $5.38, still much higher, $1 higher for diesel. This does affect our food prices. But yeah, I know some states are higher than $4.32. Mostly if you have higher state taxes, that will affect you there. Or just varying state differences. It is what it is. But this is the national average, $4.32. Some states below $4 a gallon. Yeah, and I kind of got this interesting little map here. You can see here the blue area are the prices where it's really the lowest here. You can see in the southern areas, particularly in Texas, in the threes, 350. Over here in parts of Alabama, Florida, in the threes as well here. In the south here, yeah, 370. You can see all these different prices here. 382, Cleveland. Yeah, 380 for Dillon. Yeah, California, 560. Yeah, not so much here. But yeah, you can see here. Yeah, let me know in the comments section what the gas prices are where you are. Pretty interesting website here. 359 for Lexington. Yeah, pretty interesting. 385 for Delaware. That's Delaware City, I believe. Yeah, very interesting website here. $3.99 for Harlan. But yeah, it's nice to see gas in the $3 range for some cities. Richmond, Virginia, $3.98. Very interesting. Not bad to see gas down in the $3 range. $3.79, $3.62 for Terrell. I think that's Georgia. And global food prices are finally falling, but for how long? The Russian war and Ukraine still going on, still exacerbating these prices. but for how long? How long will this, where gas prices and food prices are just starting to fall here? There are few reasons that they've dropped. Wheat prices have dropped 45% from their March highs. They're still up significantly, but that is a significant drop from where they were. So that is nice to see some relief. They're down nearly 25% since the beginning of May per wheat futures traded in Chicago. A lot of speculative activity tied to the outbreak of war in Ukraine has pulled back as investors take profit. Remember that all this is traded on US stock exchanges and stock exchanges around the world. Traders have also been reconfiguring their portfolios to brace for a possible recession. And interest rates going up here as well affects this as well, which could hit demand for some agricultural products. Much more anticipation has been building for an agreement to get massive stores of grain out of Ukraine. Well, we know that they did make a deal, but then Russia attacked the port the very next day. So, well, that didn't last very long. But an analyst said there are huge risks to this outlook and predicts that another sharp rally in wheat prices could be coming and that they could jump another 20 to 30% and just to reflect actual conditions in the market. So these prices could fluctuate literally on the drop of a dime. And this new attack from Russia casts serious doubt on the credibility of Russia's commitment, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken just recently said here. President Biden says the strategic release of oil reserves helped cut gasoline prices by up to 40 cents per gallon. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that's the case? Do you give him credit for this? Do you not? You know, they tried to say that when gas prices were going up, that it wasn't their fault. But now they're saying that when they released the oil reserves, that this did help to cut the gas prices. So I don't know. You let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Meanwhile, we're seeing a bunch of states that are trying to help as well. The Indiana Senate has proposed a gas cap tax and a utility tax exemption. Indiana would place a cap on the state's gasoline use tax, freeze its special vehicle tax rate, and temporarily exempt utilities from sales tax under a bill just introduced in the state. And California and Florida, two of the largest states, California, the largest state in population, Florida, I think, is the third largest state by population. You can see here from Business Insider, which isn't Democrat or Republican. California and Florida are dueling over stimulus checks as a tool against inflation. Both states actually just announced stimulus checks, actually. Um, Governor Ron DeSantis from Florida, who's a Republican, and Governor Gavin Newsom, who's a Democrat, both actually just issued stimulus checks, but on different levels here. So Governor Gavin Newsom from Florida, switch that, reverse that. Governor Ron DeSantis from Florida announced it, but only for a small amount of people. I'll give you the details here. And Governor Gavin Newsom announced another round here. Last year, they had a state stimulus check, which went out to was like 23, 25 million people. And they just announced another round coming out here for another like 23 million people here as well. Ron DeSantis just announced another small round of stimulus checks here. He had a round for teachers previously. You can see here, this was back in February. More than 175,000 Americans in line for a $1,000 stimulus check in 2022 and a $7,500 pay raise in Florida. You can see here an increase in Florida public schools proposed by Governor Ron DeSantis is this did go through, providing a $1,000 stimulus payment for teachers for the second year in a row, as well as increased teacher salaries from $40,000 to $47,500. There's also a very controversial Florida thing that's going on right now. You let me know your thoughts here on this. Veterans can now teach in Florida with no degree. And I get it. I love veterans here. You know, my brother's a veteran and my grandfather was a veteran. He was in Pearl Harbor 2 days before Pearl Harbor hit. And my brother's a veteran right now. I mean, he's literally my brother. But if you don't have a teaching degree, should you be a teacher? I mean, if you're just literally a regular person with no degree at all for teaching, should you be allowed to teach? I mean, you're just literally. And the other thing about this here is that it also includes their spouses, which really throws me for a loop. Here's the details. The Sarasota County School District teachers and parents are expressing frustration and concern with the latest state rules allowing military veterans and their spouses to teach in Florida classrooms despite not having earned a degree to instruct. And their spouses. What? This is really a head scratcher, literally. Why would their spouses be allowed to teach without a degree is literally beyond me. Envisioned as a potential solution to a statewide teacher shortage, the rules have education leaders here and elsewhere in Florida feeling as though Governor Ron DeSantis' administration is undermining the qualification of classroom instructors. Yeah, the real problem is that they're paying teachers who require degrees and sometimes master degrees below the average salary in the US, which the average and the median salary is now in the $50,000 range. So they require them to go to college and get master's degrees in a lot of cases, but yet they want to pay them below the average median salary, which is now in the $50,000 range. So, I mean, you let me know your thoughts. And again, I have veterans in my family. And if you're a veteran, thank you for your service, for serving our country. But that's not really the issue. The issue is should you be a teacher if you don't have any teaching qualifications? Serving our country in the military and being a teacher are two different things, right? It's like serving our country and being a truck driver. It's two different things, right? And especially serving our country and your spouse being a teacher. Again, it's two completely different things. I mean, you have to get a teaching degree to be a teacher, just like if you want to be a truck driver, you have to go get a truck driving instruction. It's like you have to, I mean, let me know your thoughts here, but I mean, again, the reason there's a teaching shortage is because they're underpaid. If you want more teachers, pay them accordingly. I mean, Florida has Governor Ron DeSantis announced his budget surplus of $21.8 billion. So if you want more teachers, pay them. They're getting paid less than the average salary in the U.S. You got almost $22 billion. I think it's actually more now since this has been announced. Just pay them accordingly. If you want them to go to college and get $100,000 in student loan debt, and get a master's degree, which may be even more, pay them. That's the reason why you have a teacher shortage. I mean, it's common sense, right? Let me know your thoughts here. But as you can see here, California and Florida are dueling over stimulus checks as a tool to inflation. You see this other headline here from Fortune. Ron DeSantis is convinced Biden's stimulus caused inflation. His solution: use Biden's stimulus to send inflation relief to Floridians. If this isn't the pot calling the kettle black. So he'll blame Biden's stimulus on inflation, and then he'll use the stimulus money to send inflation relief checks, stimulus money to Floridians. So he sent out the stimulus check to teachers, and then he just sent out another stimulus check here. Last week, DeSantis announced a new strategy to offset the costs of rising inflation, especially on the brink of a new school year. The state of Florida is giving you $450 for each child in your care. This went out to 59,000 families will get the checks, which are one-time payments. According to the statement, the Florida Department of Children, you have to be a foster parent, a relative caregiver, a non-relative caregiver. Families receiving the TANF, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or participants in the Guardianship of Assistant program, or several of these other things. They also have a back-to-school sales tax holidays. A lot of people are saying, if you have all this money from Florida, this $22 billion, why aren't you doing a program like California is, where California is doing a statewide stimulus check for up to $1,050? Which, remember that over 20 different states are sending out stimulus checks, tax rebate checks, property tax rebate checks, stimulus checks, whatever you want to call it here. California just being one of the latest states to do this. If you've been watching my channel, if you're subscribed to my channel, you got the bell notifications on, updating you here on all the states, the federal, everything, all the news that comes out here on a daily basis. California just being one of the latest states to do this here. California up to $1,050, which is $350 per person. So $350 if you're a single. If you're a married couple, $350 per person, which would be $350 and $350, or $700 for a married couple. If you have children, it would be $350 per child. Or if you have one child and you're married, 350, 350, 350 for a total of 1,050. The max you can get is 1,050 per family. Okay, so if you have 8 children, you can only get 1,050. So if you're married with 2 children, 1,050. If you're single with 2 children, 1,050. Hope that makes sense here. But those checks are going to be going out here soon. And that's just part of California's budget surplus. Hopefully, the Florida will be using more of their budget surplus. Hopefully, Texas will be here soon too, because Texas has over $24 billion surplus. This is actually a headline from May, so they probably have more, probably 26 billion or something like that from now, from Click to Houston. What to do with Texas is $24 billion surplus here as well. Hopefully these governors, as they get close to re-election, think, hey, maybe we should use this money here. But remember, this is a lot of these governors here might be using this as an election ploy, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. So make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. It's completely free to do so. You literally just click the subscribe button and then click the bell icon that appears after you subscribe, so you get notifications when we go live here with new videos. New videos come out here on our YouTube channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. I'll keep you up to date here. You can click here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And here's my next video, or my newest video, on Social Security updates, newest payments, and Social Security raises of up to $2,400 here, hopefully coming soon here as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.